Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. And I really had nothing to do here. So I don't know. I was going to go ahead and do the Oakland and Chicago game, but I have that scheduled already. I don't want to cross anybody up. It's scheduled for tomorrow at 7:30, but I figured what I would do is just do an update because I literally have nothing else to do, and I just figured let me get myself involved in something here. So I'm going to make some coffee and I'm going to update the standings, and if enough people come on, maybe I will play the other game. Whoops. Let's take a look here. Okay, I'm going to make some coffee here. And I don't think anyone really has their heart set on that game anyway. So I may just play it, or at least start it. I will at least maybe set up the lineups for the game. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Well, there's somebody who may like to watch the ball game. I am going to first input. This is just an update. I don't know if you heard, Kathy, an update. I'm going to set up the lineups for the game I have scheduled for tomorrow morning, but I may actually start this game, Oakland. But I'm going to first enter this game when Atlanta beat Houston 6-0. And they beat Houston. Oh, God, I hate when that happens. God. Hope you're well, Kathy. Now I'll enter the game that we had this morning, 3-1 Cleveland. $21 and a half, 22, yeah. All right. Cleveland 54, 92, 102, 44. I'm gonna now. Oh, you have to leave the game. Oh, okay. I hope you get that resolved, the car issue. But that's good for me to know. Maybe I will play it now anyway. Let's just add these here. I hope it's not too serious. 118, 169, 144, 120. It should be 862. I was just sitting around here. I did sleep for about an hour, but I got nothing to do. So I figured let me do what I do to keep busy. 110, 120, 130, 141, 167. There it is, 862. Now let's do the American League. $140, $151, $124, $179, $110, $122. 121 plus 105. This should be 862. Yes, it is. And 106. We changed the clocks, lovely. I hate that because it stays lighter out longer. I really don't like that. 161. Oh, wait a minute. Start it over. 108. Because I don't, that sun is not my friend. 108. 137. Yeah, Sunday sounds right. 137. 167. That's not my favorite time at all. 150, 161. And 183. That's correct again. So 8, 16, 17, 24 is correct. I'm going to set up the next game, folks, and whoever's here, I'll either continue it. Oh, you like it? Yeah, I like when it gets dark early. I'm the same way. Or at least I think that's what you were saying. I am now going to set up our next game, game 1725. It's the second of a third on September 13 in our 1969 replay. You can maybe hear that coffee brewing. Oh, you like dark later. Yeah, to each his own, or her own. It's Oakland at Chicago. Yeah, that coffee, you hear it? Let me grab a cup as it's done. Whew. Lord. Oh. And let me change the title. Let me go ahead and change the title here to the current game. Let me change it to this, Oakland at Chicago. Change this very thing. I think you'll all see it refresh. All right, and we'll change tomorrow's to be announced. This one is for tomorrow. We'll change that to be announced. I haven't done that for Strat-O-Matic yet, but it's always the first time. Oh, there. And let's take it back here. And now let's get our lineups all set. First thing I do is I go through I go to the last game in the series, if there is one, or the last game that each team played. There it is. And first of all, I put in who won the game. It was Chicago 6-4. These games, you know, I tend to forget some of these. But I like to know who relieved in the last game in the replay so as not to overuse them. And also I like to note who relieved in real world as a guideline. So we have Chicago winning the first game. And if you want, we can put the starting pitchers in first. Mine is a medium roast, as it happens right now, Music Man. It's a medium roast. And the opening lineups. Oakland comes into this 78 and 64. They've just about clinched second place, but they've lost 2 in a row. And Chicago 58 and 83. They are 42 out. The starters in this game are, and this is the third game of this date, Blue Moon Odom. I mentioned that this morning. For the Oakland, and Paul Edmondson for the White Sox. Odom comes into this with 15 wins, and Edmondson has won 1. And now we also look at who relieved. Talbot came in for Oakland. Wilbur Wood came in for Chicago. This is real world. And the outcome was 4-0 Oakland. Talbot got the win. Blue Moon came out after 8 innings, and he had allowed no runs. I don't know why that is. And it'd probably be kind of difficult for me to decipher. I'm going to now put the lineups in. Sometimes I get dark roast, though, because I find that it's stronger, and I have to use less, if you follow what I'm saying. I'm not going to look at the board now for the text now for about 3 minutes, 3 minutes, as I put these players in. I copy them exactly from Baseball Reference. Okay. Then we'll put the positions in. I do pitcher catcher, then I do the 3 outfielders. It's just easier for me that way to keep track of it. And then I do the infielders. And then I put the ratings in when I pull out the teams. Okay, so there's Oakland's lineup. Now let me get the White Sox in here. It's quite a, quite a lot of writing to do when you're doing this with pen and paper and card and dice rather than maybe right on the computer. But it's become sort of just part of the process for me. Is Berry and Edmondson. Christian left-hander. left field, I mean, right field. Berry, of course, in center. McCraw at first. Melton at third. Knopp at second. And Morales at short. And then let me pull out the cards. Oh, that's good coffee. Wow. Very good coffee. Chicago and Oakland. Here we go. Here's Oakland. I meant Oakland at Chicago. And we'll just pull out these players here. Bert Campaneris is not playing, nor is Rick Monday and Hot Dog Jackson. You know, the end of the year, the injuries start piling up. There's Kubiak, Tartable, Brooks, Bando, Francona, Green, Reynolds, and Roof. And Blue Moon right here. And you'd be surprised how quickly the thing shapes up. You just put the fielding ratings in. Here's now you need the pitcher's hitting card. He's an 8 NR. He's about as good as you get when it comes to pitchers. Now we'll get the White Sox. There. Williams, McCraw, Christian, Melton, Herman, Knopp, Morales, Ken Berry, and Paul Edmondson, the pitcher. I was cruising around on the internet, on YouTube, looking at Strat-O-Matic videos, and it's fascinating to me the kind of things that people do and how into it they are. I guess, you know, I'm one of them, but I like watching the different ways that people do their Strat-O-Matic. Let me just put the fielding ratings in here. There's Blue Moon. I like to put the pitchers in first because I include the pitching rating so I don't have to look at it when they're up. I don't know why, I just got into the habit of that. Edmondson. And now we'll put the ratings in. Oh, that's good coffee. This will just take me a minute or two. It really takes very little time. Showing you sort of my technique, my preparation technique. In the spirit of transparency. We'd put the fielding rating and the E rating. and the arm if you're an outfielder or catcher. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, yeah. The White Sox won the first game of this series. And then, there we go. We're done with that. And now what we'll do is, in the spirit of transparency, I'll be glad to show you. I get my background sound, and that is a YouTube file with here it is without copyright, and there's baseball crowd noise, and that just, let's move it to the beginning. There we go. There's the baseball crowd noise. And then we also like to pull up the organ music, which is no copyright. I look in my history for that. There it is. And that's for in between innings, questions. There. Move those over, both of them. And there it goes. And you can actually use both of them if you want. I don't need to really right now. Then we'll go open up back the game here. And we are set to play ball. Let's raise that up a drop here. There. Hold on, I got someone knocking on the door. Hold on. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm looking for you.
Okay, next door.
Yes, sir.
You should know if you're looking for him. What a creepy looking guy. People are so strange, aren't they? Well, it's going to be Blue Moon for Oakland and Paul Edmondson for the White Sox. Both are right-handers. Let's look at our opening lineups. See how nicely that can all get set up. Ted Kubiak leading off at short. Jose Tartable in center. Again, he's in for Rick Monday, who's been out for so long now. It's Bobby Brooks batting third and left. The captain, Sal Bando, bats cleanup at third. Tito Francona is the first baseman. He's at first. Dick Green at second base, batting sixth. Tommy Reynolds playing right field for Hot Dog Jackson, who's out. He's batting seventh. Phil Roof, the catcher, batting eighth. And Blue Moon, with 15 wins, he had 15 on the season, and he will be starting. For the Chicago White Sox, it's Walt Williams leading off in right. Tom McCraw batting second at first base. Bob Christian in left. Melton, the cleanup hitter, at third. Ed Herman is the catcher. He'll bat fifth. Bobby Knopp at second, batting sixth. I think it's Jerry Morales batting seventh at shortstop. Rich Morales, I'm sorry. Ken Berry will bat 8th in center, and Paul Edmondson the pitcher, and we are in Comiskey Park, and the White Sox take the field. And we're glad to have you all here for this game on September 13 and the 1969 replay. Again, Chicago won the first of this 3-game series. Both clubs are mathematically eliminated, as Minnesota has already clinched in the West, as has the Baltimore Orioles in the East, who have lost 5 in a row, by the way. And leading it off for the Oakland A's is Ted Kubiak, switch hitter, batting left. Kubiak steps into the batter's box. Edmondson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kubiak. That is 6-4, switch hitter batting left, grounds to short X. Morales is a 322. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be a rare play. On a G2. And he lines his shot at the flex off the pitcher to Morales, who makes the play to first. That happens all too often. That's a criticism of Strat-O-Matic, but there's one away. Let's just call it a ground out to short. That's a real problem with Strat-O-Matic, that rare play business, where it's not so rare. And it happens too much. Here's Jose Tartabull. We are underway here. Tartabull, left-handed hitter, Edmondson. And the pitch, that is 5-7, left-handed, fly ball center for Berry. 2 outs. And here's Bobby Brooks. Edmondson into his windup. Here's the pitch. That's 3-2, right-handed. Lines it to second, caught by Knopp. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. I might mention not only is Monday out, Jackson is out, but so is Bert Campaneris. So they are, they really have 3 of their top players out. We've gone half an inning, no score, and here's Blue Moon on the mound. Okay, Bill Ivamy, I'm glad I have your attention now. Awesome. Here's Walt Williams to lead it off. Anytime you can make it is a welcome thing. Williams leading it off, right-handed hitter against Blue Moon. The wind up by Blue Moon now. That is 5-6. Right-handed, and he struck him out. 1 down for Tommy McCraw. That's 4-7 left-handed. Chops it to second for Green. 2 away. And Bob Christian now. Here's Odom into his windup and the pitch to Christian. 4-4 right-handed. That's a ballpark. And it's going to be a 2 in Chicago right-handed. And it is a base hit. A 2-out single by Bob Christian. Christian on with 2 outs. And Bill Melton is the batter. Here's the pitch from Blue Moon. That's 2-4 right-handed. It's a ballpark again. Wait a minute, that's a re-roll. How do you like that? That whole thing is a re-roll. Really. 4-12 right-handed, grounds it to short. And Kubiak has it. And he throws Herman out. And the side is retired. No runs. The single by Christian left on. We've gone 1. And it's a scoreless ball game. Get a little more coffee here. Here's Edmondson. He retired the A's in order. Bill Ivamy has a question after this inning, after this full inning. Thank you. Edmondson retired the side in order in the first. It'll be the captain, Sal Bando, to lead it off here in the top of the second. And that's low for a ball to Bando. Here's the windup by Edmondson. And the pitch. That's 1-9 right-handed. Chops it to second for Knopp. And he throws it over to first to McCraw for 1 away. Now here's Tito Francona. One out, nobody on. Three 9 right-handed. Fly ball center field, high and playable for Berry. 2 outs. And here comes Dick Green. Pitch from Edmondson. That's 6-9. Right-handed, struck him out. And Edmondson has retired the first 6 batters he has faced in this ball game. We're in the middle of the second. no score here. We do ask you to pay attention to the question that Bill Ivamy will post here after this half inning, after this inning, this full inning. Here's Blue Moon now. He allowed a single in the first. It was by Christian. He was left on. Okay, Blue Moon now. The windup. Oh, get a batter up there, Ed Herman. And the pitch. That's 1-8, right-handed, line to second, caught by Green. One down. And here's Bobby Knopp. Well, I'll tell you, the market plummeted this afternoon. At least NASDAQ was up this morning, and Dow was, just about flat, and now it's plummeting. Dow's still down only 41. NASDAQ down 173, was up over 100. Here's Knopp facing Odom. And the pitch. That is 3-6 right-handed, and he walked him. So Knopp is on with one out. And Rich Morales is the batter. Okay, Blue Moon from the stretch. And the pitch to Morales. That's 1-8, right-handed, popped it up to second for Green, 2 outs. And here's Ken Berry now, 2 outs with Knopp on first. Oh. Here's the pitch to Berry. That's 111 right-handed. Fly ball left. Running for it is Bobby Brooks, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired, so it's no runs, no hits. The walk to Knopp left on. After 2, it's scoreless, Oakland and Chicago. And we ask you now to give it up for Bill Ivamy. Here's the question from Big Bill Ivamy. Anytime, Bill Ivamy. And Rhodes Scholar is here. Greetings, Rhodes Scholar. I'm waiting till after 5 to ingest my medicine. No, Bill, we have not seen it yet. Repost it. It has not shown up. You may be having some sort of glitch there. Bill, we're waiting for it. All right, Frank, good to see you. Go ahead, Bill, anytime. Yes, I am, Kelly. We got anywhere between 5 to 8 months, depending on how fast this goes. Bill Ivamy posting a question, but we're waiting for it. We don't see it yet. Please repost it, sir. Please. We're waiting. Well, we're going to move on. I don't know if you have those in text beforehand, Bill Ivamy, but it's probably easier to have them pre-set in a file and then you just copy and paste. We will move on, and if you post it, we'll try to pause to highlight it, Bill Ivamy. Thank you. We're not seeing anything. And we're going to move to the top of the third. I hate to do that. Here's Paul Edmondson. He's retired the first. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Frank. Paul Edmondson. He's retired the first 6 A's in this ball game. Here it is now. Boy, Here it is from Bill Ivamy. Game 5, 1972 World Series with the score Reds 5, A's 4. This pinch runner was thrown out at home by Joe Morgan on a foul pop in the bottom of the 9th. Name the runner. No. Name the runner. Lord, I'm gonna pinch runner. I'm gonna take a guess here. It's just a guess. Cesar Geronimo. Frank says Herb Washington. George Foster from Rhodes Scholar. Anything else there from you? Bill Ivamy. You got anything on that in terms of the answer? Oh. We have 3 answers, Geronimo, Washington, and Foster. We're waiting for Bill to respond, but there's a lag, there's some problem there, Bill. You're just not responding in a timely manner. Oh, Blue Moon Odom. Great question. A great question from Bill Ivamy, and well worth the wait. We'll give you a red one. You have some sort of lag, Bill. This happens to you with your connection. This happens a number of times. I think you have some sort of connection problem. It's a great question, and I now remember it. I'm getting a buffering on my side, which is very annoying. Okay, we head to the, you're buffering too? Okay, here's Paul Edmondson now with Tommy Reynolds leading it off. Again, Edmondson has retired the first 6 he's faced in this ball game. He gets a platinum jelly bean. Well, this is the closest I have to platinum. There. Okay, here's Edmondson, the wind-up and the pitch to Reynolds. That is 2-5 right-handed, and there's a base hit, the first base runner for Oakland today. Reynolds leads off with a single. It was a great question, and now I remember it because he was fast. He's also a great hitter for a pitcher. Here's Phil Roof with Reynolds on first to lead it off. Oh. Okay, from the stretch now, Edmondson, and the pitch to Roof. That is a 3-8 right-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Paul Edmondson. And that'll bring up Blue Moon. He is an 8 NR. Ah. Oh, Lord. Blue Moon in the batter's box. We got the answer, Bill Ivamy. I've been talking about it. You don't hear? I've been talking about Blue Moon Odom. Okay, here's the pitch to Blue Moon. 4-4. It's right-handed. Fly ball center X. That's Berry, a 1-0. Boy, he's 0. Wow, 6-10-13. And he makes the catch. It's going to be an F2 clean with a runner on first, and he holds. So it's 2 outs. Here's Ted Kubiak. Two outs and Reynolds on first. The pitch to Kubiak. That is a 3-8, and he flies it to center for Berry again. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Middle of the third, it's a scoreless ball game. And here's... Oh, Bill, it's getting very frustrating and distracting because I said Blue Moon Odom's name multiple times. So you have a connection issue. May I ask you to go out and come back in, reboot, and do something else? It's very distracting. Very distracting. I'm so sorry. Okay, here's Paul Edmondson to lead it off. Bottom of the third, no score. Blue Moon into his windup. Pitch to Edmondson. That is for 4 right-handed. That's a ballpark. Ooh. And that's going to be a base hit for the pitcher, Paul Edmondson. Second hit for the White Sox today. And here's Walt Williams. Williams struck out in the first. One, 2 right-handed, and he walked him. So it's first on second with nobody out. Blue Moon in a bit of a jam here. And the batter is Tommy McCraw. I'm going to try my Safari browser to see if that's better. That usually doesn't buffer as much. But it's not as good as far as I'm concerned. God. Tell you the garbage that I have to look at on ads is really annoying. All right, here's Blue Moon now. Facing Tommy McCraw with Williams on first, Edmondson on second. The pitch to McCraw. 3-8, right-handed, grounds it to first, no one being held. McCraw steps on the bag, throws to second to double Williams. 2 outs, and Edmondson goes to third. So it's a 2-out runner on third situation. And Bob Christian is the batter. And we have a question from Kathy Harden, top of the 5th. Beautiful. Keep them coming, Kathy. Keep them coming. I know you have a repository there that, you know, you replenish, and we appreciate it. Okay, Christian in a clutch situation. Here's Blue Moon from the stretch, and the pitch to Christian. And that is a 3-6 right-handed, grounds it to short, and Kubiak has it. And he throws it on over to Tito Francona, and the side is retired. No runs, a single, a walk, and 1 left on. We've gone 3. And it is a scoreless ball game. And again, there'll be a question from Kathy after this 4th inning. Paul Edmondson taking the mound now. And leading it off is Jose Tartable. Here's Edmondson and the pitch. That is 2-4 right-handed, grounds it to third for Melton, and there's 1 away for Bobby Brooks. Here's the pitch to Brooks. 3-4 right-handed, ballpark, and that looks like it's going to go through right-handed, and it does. A single by Brooks with 1 out, and the batter is Sal Bando. No score here, top of the 4th. All right, here's Bando now facing Edmondson. And the pitch. 4-2. He flies it to center, and that's for Berry. 2 outs. And now Tito Francona. Both pitchers handling themselves nicely here this afternoon. Here's the pitch to Tito Francona. 3-7 right-handed, grounds it to second for Knop, and the side is retired, so no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We're cruising right along here, moving to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Moon now on the mound, and after this inning, we'll have a question from Kathy. Okay, Blue Moon is ready. That's 1-9. Whoa, I'm so sorry. And it's a fly ball to left for Brooks. 1 out. Now Ed Herman. Okay, Blue Moon gets the sign from Roof. And the pitch to Herman. That is 6-11, left-handed, grounds to short X. It's Kubiak, 220. And he throws him out, 2 away. And now Bobby Knop. Knop walked left on in the second. Two, 3, grounds it to first. And Francona has it, takes it to the bag, a 1-2-3 for Blue Moon. So we've gone 4, and it's a scoreless ball game. And now I ask you, give it up for Kathy Harden. Give it up. Here's her question, top of the 5th. Having all sorts of technical issues here with buffering on my end, on my desktop, which makes it very, very distracting and annoying, and I apologize, folks. Here it is. How many ways can you get on base without benefit of a hit? Oh, let's see. Drop third, walk, an error. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just take a guess. I can't think of a 4th. Bill Ivamy says 5. Wow. Can you name them? It's not 3, it's not 5? Whoa. Maybe it's 4. I have a drop third strike, an error, and a walk. I'd like to know what those are, and that's a great question, Kathy. I don't know where you get these. Lord. A walk. Oh yes, a fielder's choice. Yes, a hit by pitch, an error, and a catcher's interference, meaning that's 6. Catcher's interference, wow. So the answer is 6. Boy, Bill, you know your stuff. God almighty. Is that correct, Kathy Harden? 6. A walk, a fielder's choice. Whoa! A hit by pitch, an error, catcher's interference, I never would have gotten that, and a dropped third strike. Bill Ivany. Amazing. And we'll give Bill a nice red one for that, and Kathy Harden too, because that is some great question. Thank you to both of you. Okay, that's technically an error. Catcher's interference. Okay. I didn't know that. There's so much I don't know. We're going to head to the top of the fifth. Paul Edmondson throwing shutout baseball. Blue Moon Odom throwing shutout baseball. Leading it off is Dick Green. Oh. Edmondson into his windup, and the pitch to Green, 310 right-handed, ballpark, and that's a liner to shortstop, caught by Morales, 1 out. And here's Tommy Reynolds now. Woo! Reynolds singled in the third, was left on base. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. That's 210 right-handed, and there's a base hit for Reynolds, his second of the ball game. A 1-out single, and Phil Roof is the batter. Blue Moon comes out on deck. And the pitch to Roof. 3-9. And he struck him out. Third strikeout for Edmondson. And here comes Blue Moon. No score here, top of the fifth. Oakland batting. That's 312. He grounds it to third for Melton. And that's the side. No runs, the single by Reynolds left on. We're in the middle of the fifth. If any of you have questions, please give me a little warning here. Love to highlight your question as we have done today. We have Bill Ivamy, we have Kathy Harden posting questions. She has a double shot in the seventh, Kathy Harden. Always look forward to that. A double shot during the seventh inning stretch. And out comes Blue Moon. Now, Blue Moon's first endurance is the 8th. Edmondson the 7th in a scoreless ball game. It'll be Morales to lead it off. .311 right-handed, grounds it back to Blue Moon. He fields it and throws it to Francona, 1 away. And here's Ken Berry. The pitch to Berry. 5-6 right-handed, struck him out. And that's the second strikeout for Blue Moon. He struck out the first batter, Walt Williams, in the bottom of the first. And Paul Edmondson steps in. That's 5-7, right-handed, and it's a fly ball to center. Running for it is Tartable. He makes the catch. A 1-2-3 for Blue Moon, and he's retired 8 in order. We've gone 5. It's scoreless. I didn't know that, Bill. Blue Moon and Reggie had a fight in the clubhouse in '74. These guys are really, you know, these guys ought to learn anger management, don't you think? Lord. Okay. Edmondson comes on out. Billy North was hurt breaking it up. I remember Billy North. Did he play for the Cubs at one point? I remember Billy North. Remember that name. Edmondson, it's like a lost era. You know what I mean? It's like a time that is gone. And, God. Okay, Edmondson throwing shutout baseball. Blue Moon throwing shutout baseball. It'll be the top of the order for Oakland here, top of the 6th. Ted Kubiak 0 for 2. Here's Edmondson, and the pitch to Kubiak. That is 5-9, switch hitter batting left. That's hit well by Kubiak, but he has W power, so that'll be a base hit. A leadoff single by Ted Kubiak. It was a 5-9, batting left-handed. And it was end home run 1-10. It was a 1, but he has W power. So Kubiak is on, and here's Jose Tartable. The A's really missing the bats of Hot Dog Jackson, Rick Monday, and Bert Campaneris. Here's Edmondson now from the stretch. The pitch to Tartable. He lays it down. The infield stays back. He'll remain in A, and it's good. It's hit to first, and McCraw has to take it to the first base bag. It's a sacrifice bunt for Tartable, and Kubiak in scoring position. First time they've had a runner in scoring position. White Sox had a runner on third. That was in the third. It was Edmondson. And here's Bobby Brooks. Oh, Lord. Okay, Edmondson from the stretch. Brooks 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. 4-7, right-handed, struck him out. Oh, a big strikeout with a runner on second. 2 down now, and here's the captain, Sal Bando, 0 for 2. Clutch situation here for Bando. And the pitch from Edmondson. 4-8, right-handed, walked him. Pitching very carefully to Bando. It's first and second with 2 outs. And here's Tito Francona, left-handed hitter. He started this game, obviously. He only had 85 at bats. His days are numbered because he's played a bunch of games here in the replay, and look at that average, 341. but he played, so we put him in. First on second, 2 down. Clutch situation for Francona. Edmondson from the stretch. That's 2-3, and that's a ballpark, and that's going to go through. But Kubiak has to hold at third. It's a ballpark single by Tito Francona, 2-3, but just not quite hit well enough to bring in the run. It's one asteroid. And so it's bases loaded, 2 outs, a clutch situation now for Dick Green. And Dick is 0 for 2 today. Here's Edmondson. And the pitch to Green. 5-5 right-handed, walked him. He's walked in a run. Edmondson has walked in a run to make it 1-0. It was bases loaded, 2 outs. It was a 5-5 right-handed. And there's action in the Oakland bullpen. Fred Talbot is warming. He pitched in this game in real world. Talbot taking his warm-ups. 2 outs, bases loaded, and now Tommy Reynolds. Okay, here's Edmondson. Reynolds 2 for 2. And the pitch. That's 4-7 right-handed. He struck him out. Oh, he got out of it. His 5th strikeout of the ball game. But what an inning it was. A single, a sacrifice. He struck out Brooks. Then it was first and second after the walk to Bando. Francona's single, loaded the bases. And then Edmondson walked Dick Green with the bases full. We've gone in the middle of the 6th inning here. It's a 1-0 ball game. In a game where runs have been hard to come by. Blue Moon still with the shutout. He'll face the top of this White Sox order here. I'm going to have my last cup of coffee of the day. Oh. Oh, Lord, help me. Okay, Blue Moon on the mound. Again, his first endurance is the 8th. Top of the order for the White Sox, Walt Williams, the batter. Here's Blue Moon. Into his windup and the pitch to Williams. That's 6-10 right-handed, fly ball center X. Tartable, a 3-3. And he makes the catch, one away. Now here's Tommy McCraw. God, what's going on in Gaza, people, is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. The humanitarian disaster. My God. I don't like to get political, but I don't think it is political. They're starving. Okay, McCraw, left-handed hitter facing Blue Moon. Here's the pitch. That's 5-9, left-handed, struck him out. The third for Blue Moon. Blue Moon. So tough today. So was Edmondson until he let up a run in the sixth. He was lucky to get out of it with only one run. It's 2 outs now, nobody on. And Bob Christian is the batter. Here's Blue Moon. The pitch to Christian. 4-4 right-handed ballpark. It's a base hit. His second of the ball game, and he's the tying run with 2 outs. Christian on first. And the batter is Bill Melton. He's 0 for 2. Here's Blue Moon. 1-5, grounds it to short. Kubiak has it, and he throws Melton out, and the side is retired. Blue Moon continues to throw shutout baseball. We've gone 6. It's 1-0 Oakland, and we're going to head to the 6th inning here. And then I ask you all to wait for the beautiful double shot that I am anticipating. Okay, here's Edmondson. We'll see how he fares. This is his first endurance inning, folks. Here's Phil Roof, 0 for 2, struck out twice by Edmondson. Edmondson, and the pitch to Roof. That's 2-9 right-handed, fly ball left field. For Christian, 1 down. And Blue Moon Odom is the batter, 0 for 2 today. Oh, that's good coffee. Wow. Here's the pitch from Edmondson to Blue Moon. That's 2-11. Fly ball right. And Williams makes the catch. 2 outs. And here's Ted Kubiak. Kubiak, 1 for 3. He had the leadoff single in the 6th, and he scored. The only run today. .6-3, switch hitter batting left, fly ball left X. Christian, a 4-14. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 for Edmondson, so he settled down nicely. And we're in the 7th inning stretch. It's 1-0 Oakland. And now I ask you all to give it up for Kathy Harden here on her double shot. Here it is. This flamboyant artist with his equally impressive mustache was known to write bad checks believing his creditor would... Oh, Bill Ivamy, so quick. Oh, Bill Ivamy, you're so quick. I knew it was Dolly, but I want to let you go. You're so quick there. He was known to write bad checks believing his creditor would find his signature more valuable than his debt. And I think that's true. And that's an incredible question. And I'll tell you, Bill, you may have problems posting your own questions. You had that earlier today, but boy, you are quick coming in on the questions of others. And we give Bill Ivamy, the Canadian, a red one here. And it is Salvador Dali. And he was, flamboyant is a word we could use. Eccentric is a word we could use. Bizarre is a word we could use for Salvador Dali. He was quite a character. In fact, when I went to Montreal, speaking of Canadian, I went to the museum there, whatever the name of it is, the great one, and he had an exhibit there. This was long after he was dead. And I've heard that the signature would be more valuable than his debt. Okay, I want you all to chill out here and relax. It's a double shot here. You know what that means. That means we have another one coming. It's 1-0 Oakland during the 7th inning stretch. Blue Moon waiting patiently for the second question. Wait for it now, folks. Sometimes Kathy takes a moment or two to create a nice 7th inning stretch pause. And before you know it, it pops in. Wait for it now. Oh, I can't drink any more coffee. I've had enough. Here it is. On his headstone it says, "That's all, folks. He was the voice of Bugs Bunny, among others." On his headstone. And Bill Ivamy gets it. I got it. Let's give it all up to Kathy Harden, a red one, and to Bill Ivamy, and I'll take a yellow. Since I'm the host. And that's an interesting, I wonder if that was his idea or his family's. Kathy, that's a great question. I think I might have heard that. And not that I doubted you, Kathy Harden, but I just wanted to show it to you all. There it is. And on that note, we're going to move to the bottom of the 7th here. Oh, were they buddies? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Here's Blue Moon now. Again, his first endurance is the 8th. He's still throwing shutout baseball. It's 1-0 Oakland. Ed Herman will lead it off against Blue Moon. Here's Blue Moon now. The windup and the pitch to Herman. That is 2-8. Right-handed, walked him. So Herman is on. He's in 1-8. We'll keep him on there. And Bobby Knopp is the batter. Herman is the tying run. Knopp is the go-ahead run. Okay, Blue Moon from the stretch. Knopp has walked and grounded to first. Here's the pitch to Knopp. That's 2-10, right-handed. Ballpark. That's a line out. To shortstop on the 17. Caught by Kubiak. 1 down. And the batter is Rich Morales. Whew. That's 111 right-handed. Grounds it back to Blue Moon. He throws it to second. Green has it. No play to first. Green smartly holds on to it. So that'll be 2 outs with Morales on first, the tying run. And here's Ken Berry. Berry is 0 for 2. And the pitch from Blue Moon. 4-7 right-handed, struck him out. And that's the 4th strikeout for Blue Moon. Side is retired. Really an excellent pitching performance by Blue Moon. No runs, no hits, a walk. A runner left on. We've gone 7. It's 1-0 Oakland, and Edmondson going in his 2nd endurance inning. This should be his last inning, as he's due up next inning, and Chicago trails 1-0. Here's Jose Tartable, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Here's Edmondson. That's 6-10 left-handed, fly ball right for Williams, 1 down. And now Bobby Brooks. Brooks 1 for 3. He had a single in the fourth left on. That's 110 right-handed. Grounds it to short for Morales. 2 away. No matter how you cut it, Edmondson has pitched excellent baseball today. Now Bando 0 for 2 and a walk. That is 6-8 right-handed, and it's a grounder to third for Melton, and it's a 1-2-3. He ends up retiring the last 7 batters, and he gets a good hand from the hometown crowd. As many know, that will be it for Paul Edmondson, who is the loser of record. He pitched 8. He allowed only 5 hits. Look at that. Blue Moon has a 3-hit shutout. Edmondson walked 2, struck out 5, and allowed that 1 run when he walked the bases loaded. Walked with a batter with the bases loaded. And Blue Moon comes out, and there will be a hitter for Edmondson. We invite another question for anybody, preferably at the conclusion of this ball game. Let's see who's going to hit here. It's going to be Gale Hopkins. Gale Hopkins is coming out to hit. He's a left-handed hitter. He has been hampered with a sprain. That's why he's not playing, but he's well enough to hit. So Hopkins steps into the batter's box. He has some power. Okay, Blue Moon. He gets the sign from Roof. He's set. In his first endurance inning, the pitch to Hopkins. That is 5-10. Left-handed. Grounds it to third. Bando. 224. And he boots it. Oh, Bando couldn't find the handle on that. First error of the ball game. There'll be a runner for Hopkins. He's a 1-9. He is the tying run on first right now. Let's see who's coming in to run. Lord. God. Oh, bear with me, folks. Just want to see what the road scholar gave me. If I have anybody really to run from the call-ups. Jose Ortiz. Yeah, Jose Ortiz is coming in to run. Jose Ortiz. A 1-15 is coming in to run. And here we go. Ortiz now on first, nobody out. And Walt Williams, the batter. It's a tough call. Do you sacrifice? Do you hit away? That's what makes baseball and Strat-O-Matic such an interesting game. McCrory on deck, then Christian. This is Blue Moon's first endurance. It's only bottom of the 8th. 1-0 Oakland. Here's the pitch to Williams. That's 1-4. And it's hit deep by Williams. Oh, it's gone. Williams, a blast to left center. And Brooks didn't even move. He just watched it sail over, right all over the fence to put the White Sox ahead 2-0. He got a Blue Moon changeup that hung. One of the runs is unearned. That's Ortiz coming in with the tying run. And Williams with a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the 8th. Let's look at that again. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Williams. 1-4 right-handed. Home run 1-13. It was a 5 on the 20 die. Oh, my Lord. And so if you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it will be Francona, Green, and Reynolds as the White Sox take a 2-1 lead here. They'll keep Blue Moon in there. Hopefully it was just a bad pitch. Here's Blue Moon now. Pitch to McCraw. That is 4-8 left-handed, struck him out. The 5th for Blue Moon, 1 down. And here's Bob Christian. I typically get a call from my son about 5:15 p.m. Sometimes a little earlier. If that were to happen, this game will be discontinued, ended. This broadcast will end, and I'll pick it up right after. What a change of events here. 1 out, nobody on. Christian now 2 for 3, facing Blue Moon. That's 6-5 right-handed, and that is a drive hit out deep into the gap. It drops. Christian rounding second. He comes into third with a triple, and that's it for Blue Moon. Oh, my. Just for realism, he has not reached fatigue yet, but for realism purposes, it's an intuitive decision. 6-5 right-handed. Triple 1-7, 5 on the 20 die. So that's it for Blue Moon. And that's a shame. Coming in will be, as we had said, Fred Talbot was warming, and he is all warm and ready to go. What a shame. Turns out Edmondson is the winner of record, and it will be Wilbur Wood coming in for the save to pitch the 9th. He pitched in this game in real world. Wilbur. We have an end of a question if there's time. That's awesome, Kathy Harden. And we hope so. And if not, we hope maybe if we have another broadcast. Blue Moon pitched 7 1/3 innings, and he let up the 2-run home run. He's responsible for Christian on third. He allowed 5 hits. Isn't that something, how Edmondson turns out to be the winner of record? He walked 2, Odom, struck out 5, and he has allowed 1 earned run and 1 unearned run. Again, responsible for Christian on third. Here's Talbot, he's ready. Bill Melton is the batter. 1 out, Christian on third. A fly ball might bring it in. An insurance run. Here's Talbot. And the pitch to Melton. That is 112 right-handed. Hit him. Oh, boy, what a way to start it. First and third, 1 out. But at least they could try to get a double play now. So maybe that wasn't such a bad call. First and third, 1 down. Ed Herman is the batter. 0 for 2 and a walk. Here's Talbot. And the pitch to Herman. That's 2-8, right-handed, walked him. He's loaded the bases. Anything now is unearned. Wait a minute. No, it's not necessarily unearned. Base is full for Bobby Knopp. Talbot trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Knopp. That's 2-11 right-handed. Grounds it to second, forcing Herman, and Christian scores. That's only the second out. That is going to be 1, 2. That is an unearned run. So Odom allows 3 runs total, 2 of them unearned. But it was the home run that put the White Sox ahead. It's first and third, 2 down. And here comes Rich Morales. 2 runs in, 3-0 Chicago, 3-1 Chicago. Here's Talbot. And the pitch. That's 5-8 right-handed. Grounds it to second X. Green 213. And he throws him out and the side is retired, but a incredible inning here for the White Sox, who've had such problems this season with 2 big runs, 3 runs, I'm sorry. 2 of them unearned. We've gone 8. It's 3-1 White Sox. And here comes Wilbur Wood. He's eligible for the save. Remember, Hopkins pinch hit for Edmondson, reached on the error by Captain Sal Bando. And then Ortiz came in to run for him, only to have Williams hit a 2-run home run. Top of the 9th, Wood on the mound. He's ready now. Here's Tito Francona, 1 for 3. Singled in the 6th. The pitch from Wood. 5-8 left-handed, grounds to second. Oh, I forgot to enter the home run. I'll do that at the end of the game. Or better yet, let me just get that in there. Otherwise, I could forget. Williams, the home run. It's a ground ball, second X. For Walt Williams, that's home run number 3. He had 3 in real world. That's pretty good realism. Now we have a ground ball second X with Francona leading it off. Canapa 216. That's 18-2 G1. E16 589. And he throws him out, 1 away. Wilbur on the mound, trying to save it here. He's had an iffy season. Sometimes on, sometimes off. Green 0 for 2 with a walk. The wind up by Wilbur and the pitch to Green. That is 410 right-handed. Grounds to short X. Morales 322. Whoo! 23 G1. E22. 610 12. And he throws him out, 2 away. Wilbur 1 out away from saving it for Edmondson and the Chicago White Sox. Again, they took the first game, the White Sox. They've had their problems all season long. And they're kind of glad to have this going on here. Here's Wilbur now, facing Reynolds with 2 outs, top of the ninth. Oakland down by 2, and the pitch. That's 5-5 right-handed, and that is a liner to short, caught by Morales. A 1-2-3 inning for Wilbur. The ball game is over. The final, Chicago White Sox 3, Oakland A's 1. Edmondson with the win. Wood pitched 1 perfect inning for the save. Talbot came in, pitched 2/3, hit a batter, walked 1, didn't allow any runs. The final line, White Sox 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Oakland 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 very, very costly error by the captain, Sal Bando. And now we wait for the final question from Kathy Harden. Final question of the day. Woo, what a game. What a freaking game. Wait for it now. End of question from Kathy Harden, coming right up. Here it is. In 1985, this NFL player was at a congressional dinner, had too much to drink, and said to Supreme Court Justice Sandra O'Connor, "Loosen up, baby, you're too tight," before passing out under the table. Whoa. I'm gonna take a guess. I hope he didn't say this, but I'm gonna just take a wild guess. You're too tight. God, is that a freaking insult? No. Oh Lord, let me see. I'll take one more guess. Oh, a Redskin. Lord, former. Boy, you know, I don't know football well enough. I mean, who would be a former? Oh, this NFL player. Okay. I can't imagine. Number 44. Oh. Was it Larry Brown? And where did you find such a question? My Lord. Was it Larry Brown? If not, I'm stumped, Kathy Harden. It's a great question. It's a great frickin' question. You know, I thought it might be John Riggins because it sounds like something he would do. He was a character. And Kathy, I don't have time right now, but if you didn't know, he was a substitute math teacher, believe it or not, when I was in 7th grade. And I harassed him so much during the class, I almost got suspended. And if you want to know the details, remind me some other time. Kathy, thank you so much for your awesome questions. Stay strong, everybody. Kathy, stay well. And I'll catch you all next time. Yeah, if you want, I'm a little tired right now to go through it, but I'll catch you next time, okay? It's a true story. Take care now.